Welcome, Dan Williams, Survive Outdoors. Hey, if you like wilderness medicine, I appreciate all the subscribers. And if you're new, subscribe, like, really helps me out a bunch. And we'll be delivering more of this. So we do wilderness medicine. We also do, if you get injured in the outdoors, what do you do? How do you prevent it? We talk about ticks and snakes and all kinds of injuries in the outdoors. Frequently, as doctors, PAs, and NPs do, we talk about the things that we get right. I am going to talk about something I missed and I should have got. And we've talked a little bit about this before. So what is polymorphous dermatitis, or it's also called Phytophotodermatitis? So before I get into all the details of that, let me tell you about the case. So I have this 30-something colleague of mine. She is an x-ray tech, and she was down in Florida with her husband and doing a vacation and chilling out. And she sends me a text and a photograph of her thigh, and she has this rash, redness, and it burns. And it's focal, like this right here. So I'm looking at this, and I'm like, the first thing that comes to my mind is, okay, what in the world could have bit her, and what's causing that type of reaction? It's definitely not a nemocyst from a jellyfish, and that's what looks like this, which I've had many times. What really could have caused this? And I'm pretty stumped. She did get a massage the day before, I was crushed for time at the moment, rationalization and an excuse, and I really didn't know what it was at that point in time. So what happened to her was, and if you look at the picture again, you see where it's smudged and then it's darker in one area. That is a photodermatitis very similar to this, wild parsnip, and hogweed, and wild celery. I've talked about it before. If you're out in the woods and you're camping and you're chopping these weeds down and the sun is a-shining, the UV light with the combination of those chemicals is going to cause a burn. It could even have blisters, and it hurts. And the chemical is these furocumarins, which is spelled here, and that reaction causes this. I've seen younger kids, adults, especially in northern Illinois in the farmland, and farmers trying to clean out their property, get these burns. So what happened to my colleague? Well, she was drinking a margarita. She spilled her margarita onto her thigh and wiped it off. So what in the world caused that? The lime. Limes are notorious for this, the most common fruit to cause a photodermatitis. In fact, it's even nicknamed Margarita Burn or Margarita Dermatitis. And you can see from the picture where she wipes it, and then she has a darker area in one spot, and then it's lighter as it goes up. So that is exactly what this was. It was a Margarita Dermatitis, very similar to hogweed and wild parsnip. So how do you treat this? Well, one, it's really good to use some UV protection. That would definitely help minimize the reaction. The other thing, you're going to treat this like a basic burn. You can put bacitracin, no neosporin. You can do Silvadene, you can even do oral prednisone or topical steroid. So any of those would work. But this is a scenario where I knew what it was, but not at the time. I did not ask the right questions. The history is extremely important, and that would help get the answer to the diagnosis. So when you're in the outdoors and you're having your margarita on your camping trip, but be aware, even oranges, all of your citrus fruits, even like oranges, if you ingest a ton of those, can cause a hypersensitivity to the sun. And you can, if you spill the obviously lime juice on you, you're going to get this reaction. So that's it. That is polymorphous light reaction, phytophotodermatitis. Hopes that helps, and God forbid you get this burn in the future. If you do, I hope you had a few margaritas to enjoy. Keep your eyes on the horizon, your face to the wind. See you next time, guys.